So a few months back, I started making this really big list of ideas for YouTube videos. I continued to build on it anytime I had an idea, and the goal was to have 365 ideas in an attempt to make one video a day for a year, which has not turned out to be successful, but the ideas are still there and I'm using them. And so one of the first ideas that I put in there for a video topic was my first year on YouTube. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. But plot twist, I have stayed sober throughout this year on YouTube, which I don't really know if that's like an accomplishment in terms of the YouTube world, but it's definitely an accomplishment in the terms of sobriety world. So I'm gonna go and pat myself on the back for that. I didn't put any makeup on or even really get ready for this video today because I recently created a Patreon account where I'm going to be posting weekly vlogs. If you'd like to become a patron, you can actually go check out the link in the description of this video. So I'm going to be doing weekly vlogs, and I kind of wanted to get more comfortable with being on camera without being all dolled up and have makeup on and everything. So this is what you get. So I don't know how many of you actually care to like sit through this story time and hear about the ins and outs of my first year on YouTube and being sober throughout it. If not, like just navigate elsewhere, but I hope you guys will stick around, chill, and get to know me a little bit better and hear me out about how this experience has been, and maybe in a couple years down the line when I've made it a little bigger on here, we can look back and have a good laugh. Okay, so hi everybody, I am Allie K. Campbell. This is my YouTube channel. It is dedicated to getting real, having fun, and living sober. If you would like a new sobriety tip every week, you can go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I post new sobriety tips for a sobriety toolbox series every Wednesday. On top of that, I do relationship videos in terms of dating and sobriety, and also LGBTQIA+ videos. I'm going to be creating a lot more of those soon. I also do non-alcoholic drink reviews, NA beers, energy drinks, non-alcoholic wines, things like that. So if you want any or all of that content, like I said, just go ahead and subscribe. Obviously, today's video is a little different because, as I said, I'm going to be going through my first year on YouTube and what's happened in that time. And oh, my hair is pink right now, so that's a thing. It looks much better when it's done. See, this is me being all like obsessive about vanity. Vanity is one of my character defects. Let me just throw it out there. Okay, in the beginning, this channel was actually called Young, Dumb, and Sober. It was a creative project that I put together with one of my best friends, Abel. If you go back to earlier videos, you can actually see like half of the content within like the first year, or the first couple of months at least, were all videos with me and Abel. And that happened around May of last year. Obviously, Abel isn't here now, so he has decided to move on from the channel since then, and we are still very close. We're still tight. So unfortunately, I can't offer you any like piping hot tea about a big breakup or anything like that. It was really great to have somebody alongside this journey with me from the beginning. I'm a very collaborative person at heart. I'm also very externally driven. So knowing that I was working with another person and had responsibilities tied to another person really motivated me a lot of the time. Plus, it was like a fun thing to be able to do with him whenever we hung out. I don't know, I'm one of those people who don't like to chill with people unless we are doing something productive, if that makes any sense. Something that's like worth my time. It sounds awful, but like if we're not building together, if we're not creating together, it's gonna be kind of tough to get me to chill with you, to be real. But like the channel didn't really have much of a direction, and that became problematic. The energy output that we were putting into it, I guess putting into the channel, growing larger and larger, and more demands were coming from people like wanting to partner with us and like signing contracts and going to live events and speaking on panels, keeping up with the social media aspect of it. All that stuff was rapidly growing. By no means is this channel viral. Obviously, I only have like a couple of hundred subscribers, but it still requires a lot of work, and it required a lot of work that neither of us had, I guess, really been prepared for. But I'm glad that it picked up momentum kind of quickly. Been able to kind of keep that momentum even after Abel left. Partnerships are coming, which is really, really cool because it's making me feel more legitimate in the sense that I know that like people are seeing value in these videos, and the people who are reaching out to me are people who I would reach out to collaborate with. My approach to this channel, my approach to making these videos can be a little bit brash for some people, and do want to maintain some level of professionality. This is like the real me. So the fact that like people are seeing that and being drawn to it is like really lovely. If and when this becomes like a full-time gig for me, like, I don't use this word casually, but I would feel very blessed to know that my hard work and the collaborations that I've built were coming from a place where people authentically know me, like what I stand for, and I've been, very straightforward from the start. Recovery and my sobriety was also evolving and building throughout this process, very side by side. During the times where like I was having a very difficult time in my sobriety, this channel became a very real anchor for me. The community base of like somebody just like a one-off reaching out to me being like, hey, I really loved this video, it helped me. Those interactions filled me up a lot, and it helped me to sustain my sobriety. I would never think that would be something that would come from this channel, but it is almost like a service commitment in like a 12-step program where like you have to go to the meeting to make coffee every week, so it like makes you more accountable. Like I know I have to make these videos every week, so that also has helped to keep me sober. One of the biggest changes in my recovery that took place like throughout the past year of like doing YouTube has been like my distancing myself from my 12-step program. I had been led to believe that if and when I were to ever do that, like I would immediately relapse and I would immediately like destroy my life and like become a horrible human being, and like that's just what I was told by the people I was surrounding myself with throughout the beginning of my sobriety, and I believed it. There came a point where like things were not feeling quite right with me. Not only was I not getting anything from the program, I was also at a point where there was nothing else that I could really give to it. I didn't feel comfortable taking people through the steps. I didn't feel comfortable telling people that they had to call themselves alcoholics or addicts or whatever it might be. There was just like a lot of dissonance there. So like making that transition into alternative recovery methods, like different 12-step programs, a really big part of what was going on this past year. And like it was stressful at times, and I had a lot of pushback from a lot of people, and it was a lesson in like following my intuition, following my gut, following my heart, and like doing what I knew was right for me, despite the majority telling me otherwise. At this point, I've made like almost 100 videos. In another 500 subscribers, I'll be eligible to like monetize the channel. There's a bunch of eligibility requirements for YouTube that I'm not there yet, but I never even thought I was going to get this far. So I definitely am not removing the possibility of me making it that far. This ever taking place at all is so bizarre that anything is possible. My content creation, which I see as a form of art that allows me to talk about things that I'm passionate about, share information with people, learn new things every day, entertain people, like that's the dream job for me. I'm doing everything I can to make it sustainable living for myself. And whether or not that's going to pan out anytime soon is beyond me. But like I said, I feel very confident that it will happen. I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. Everything that I've done so far, like on this channel, like I have had to make several amateur mistakes, several financial mistakes, several just like hiccups that like I needed to go through in order to find like the right way to go about this. And I think it's going to be like a continuous learning process. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna like be an expert at YouTube. Like things are gonna keep changing, and I'm just gonna keep being open to learning what's the best way to like navigate this. But like honestly, similar to sobriety, like had I known that creating a YouTube channel, making it a full-time thing or trying to make it a full-time thing was as hard as it is, I probably wouldn't have done it. So I'm like really super glad that nobody said to me like, do you realize the amount of work that this is going to require to be successful? I'm glad nobody said that to me about my sobriety. I'm glad that nobody said that to me about a YouTube channel, because like that probably would have gotten to me. But instead, like I've just been like trucking along, and I kind of got a free pass to like skip over that part of the insecurity. So I'm super grateful for that. In conclusion, I know that there's not a whole lot of you, and I don't even know how many people are watching this. Like my view count's very small, it's very minor, but can't even begin to express like the appreciation I have for each view that I get, like each person who subscribes to the channel, each person who reaches out and connects with me. Like it really means a lot to me. I don't care that I don't have a big following. Like it's about quality, not quantity for me. Even if we've never connected on a personal level, just by being here, just by watching this, like you've helped me more than you know. Into year 2, I'm going to continue to create weekly videos for my sobriety toolbox series, as well as more like relationship videos with my girlfriend Petra about, navigating the dynamics of being in a romantic relationship and dating in sobriety. I have some partnerships coming up with different non-alcoholic beverage brands, which I'm really excited about. Like I'm just gonna keep growing and building and doing the next right thing for this channel and for like the people who are here with me. I think my Patreon was a really great hard step for me to take. It is allowing me a way to be a lot more vulnerable with my followers and to connect with people on a more intimate level that I'm not normally as comfortable with. And if anybody is interested in becoming a patron, you guys can check that out, and hopefully you'll connect with me there too. But if not, like that's great. That's fine. Like, I'm happy with you just being here. I need you more than I need your money, right? That's about it at this point. I work on this channel day and night. I wake up, do like my sobriety stuff that I need to get done for myself, my meditations, my walk outside, like all that stuff. And then I immediately get to work on the channel. Like, I'm either writing scripts, or I'm editing videos, or I'm creating social media content, or I'm emailing with possible potential brand partnerships. If I'm not doing that stuff, I'm like trying to like manage my freelance writing to like just be able to sustain this. So I'm in it for the long haul. I hope that you guys are too. But if not, that's okay. I mean, I know I'm not for everyone. If you've made it this far, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit me up on Patreon or Instagram or Facebook or whatever you feel like reaching out to me on, if anything. It has been real, it has been fun, and it's been real fun. And it has been a pleasure. So I hope you guys will stick around as I continue to create more videos about sobriety. Thank you.